Been fast.
Yeah?
Mama.
Papa.
Mama.
Papa. 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 You say Papa.
Mama.
Papa. Papa. You know, I don't know who here saw my recent video where I pretty much left for work overnight, came back the next day, and one of my projects had been kind of accidentally sabotaged by a number of the children. Just trying to remember a number, get the right amount of cuttings here. But that certainly happened. I took it pretty hard. A number of people were very encouraging in the comment section, gave me a lot of good tips and stuff like that, and that really helped. This time, I left for almost a week actually. Ran down for a long trip to Louisiana, and I did that because it's going to afford me the opportunity to take a couple weeks here off while we wait for the new baby and get a couple things ready. So very excited about that. But you wouldn't believe what happened when I was gone this time. Now that I'm back at home after being gone for a week, I gotta fill some Etsy orders, so sorting through some seeds and some dehydrated toothache plant flowers, some of our books, and then getting some of these fig cuttings too. The ones I snipped off before were some Celeste figs. These are gonna be some brown turkey figs, and cool thing is, just from one of these nodes, they can make some roots. So if you take a section of this, cut it off, stick a couple of those nodes under the ground, under the soil in a pot, or out here in the wild as I did, you know, during the summer, they can root. You can have a whole new tree. I love stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep processing these orders, but I want to show you what happened when I was gone this time. So guys, one of those things that happened while I was gone is this. Look at this guy. Have you even met him before? It really looks like Monster Truck did about 3 or 4 years ago. But who is it? Is it Belle-Pepper?
No.
Is it my little bugger?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened to your hair?
It got off.
Why? Who did that to you?
Mom.
She just held you down on the floor and cut all your hair off?
No. Someone was helping me.
Oh yeah, she was
Dad.
helping. Oh yeah? What do you think about it?
I think it's very good.
You think it's very good? And you used to always get your hair so perfect by doing what?
Shake it.
Shaking it. It would put it all where it needed to be. But what happens when you shake it now? What happens?
It doesn't shake.
It doesn't shake. There's no hair there to shake. I definitely remember once I had 7 years worth of these guys, and when I turned my head, things like that would happen. And when I stopped, I cut it off, you know, and I turned my head, and nothing happened. It was so weird.
Yeah.
Is it different? But do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you think when we look back at pictures of Monster Truck from back in the day, that he kind of looks like you do now, right? Yeah, but you guys got the same mom and same dad, right? So you kind of look like each other, and you give you guys a similar haircut. There we go. So,
You need a little bit more hair.
a little bit more hair, you can still grab it a little bit? And this was actually the first time in his life that you got your hair cut like this, right? It was always there before. But, yeah. Do you think Grandma and Grandpa will recognize you? You think they still will? I bet they will.
They'll say, who's the boy?
Who is this boy, huh? But then what do you tell them?
I'm David.
Yeah, and then they'll know who you are, right? And how old are you now? 3. And how many rough green snakes were you holding that day in the garden? 3. Yep, we were showing him pictures earlier because he works on his snake identification. Because which ones are kind of ones that we should stay away from? Do you remember?
Copperhead.
Copperheads. And what else?
Rattlesnake.
Rattlesnakes. But what's the one that's okay to look at and if Papa says you can touch? What are the nice ones?
Rough green thing.
Rough green snakes. And what was that other one that was big and flat that you were holding?
A hognose.
A hognose snake. And they flatten out their bodies, right?
Mm-mm.
But are they okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're okay. They're not scary like a cobra, right?
Mm-mm.
They just look like it. High five. So, yeah, one thing that happened was this. I'll have to ask Mama Pepper about it. So what happened to my son's head while I was gone?
He got a haircut. Yeah. He was starting to look a little funny, so I decided it was time to cut him short. And as I was doing the hair cutting, he was not looking so good, and I'm like, oh no. He had like one side long here and it was choppy everywhere. I'm like, I better fix this or Dad's not gonna like this. It was
And
a little frightening.
at some point before there, he had kind of taken a section out right in the
yes.
back of his head.
He did.
So he kind of had like a long kind of mullet looking thing over here and over here with like nothing in the back. That wasn't going to work. So we had to do something.
Yeah.
You started going and kept going, huh?
Yeah, it was looking pretty scary. Pinky Pepper and I were a little concerned, and I'm like, okay, well, we better finish up here. And by the time we're done, it just ends up getting that short because I'm trying to fix it all over the place, and that's how it ended up that way. But
Nice. And yeah, he does look quite a bit like Monster Truck did a couple of years ago. I'll probably insert a little bit of footage of that. At the time, Monster Truck would have been about a year older, but you can see similarities, obviously, with the haircut and then with the face and stuff, too. And this is a funny little clip for a number of reasons, so enjoy that. But just look at him. Notice the similarities between him and Bugger now, and yeah, kind of cool. Alright guys, Papa Pepper here. Just talking a little bit about life, raising up children, the dangers of the world around us, that type of stuff. So I'm here with my boy Monster Truck, and recently we were just doing a check around the community, not too far from our land, and as we rounded one of the buildings, what did we see on the ground?
A snake.
What kind of snake?
Black rat.
Can you show me it? So he's got this black rat snake curled up around his arm, and I let him catch it, just like I do with certain animals. And some people may be like, oh, I can't believe you make your kids grab, animals like that, and I certainly don't make them. But when we're in a controlled environment, meaning that it's me, my child, a wild snake, but a non-venomous snake, and that's, about all the variables, there's only so much that can happen. She understands some of the dangers around us, so. Whoa! A chair can be dangerous enough, apparently. Come here, boy.
He's just wrapping around me. He's like...
Switch him off. So anyway, let the 4-year-old catch this black rat snake himself. It's a good-sized black rat snake. We'll be relocating it. It's completely wild, but as you see, it's not biting me in the face or anything right now. In fact, it was more scared of me right there, wasn't it?
yeah, I didn't know what you were going to think when you got home, and I was thinking I would send you a picture, but I'm like, no, I think I'm going to wait till he gets home so you can see him on his own.
You remember when I first saw
I
him?
was a little nervous.
You remember? What did I do? What did I say?
You're like, oh, is that Bugger, I think? It looks like Monster Truck.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But, good job, by the way. She done well.
Thanks.
We didn't have to go sneak into some salon or quarantined haircutting place to try to pay some money to get them done. Just DIY at home. She stopped me while he still had hair, so you didn't need to bick him to fix
He
it.
still has some hair left. Oh boy. It gets kind of short, but I figured if it's short enough anyway, then it's longer before I have to cut their hair again.
That's right.
So, and I had previously done other haircuts with him, with Bugger, but they were just mostly little short trims. that I was doing just to kind of keep it nice and
Tidy.
tidy and not too crazy.
But he kind of always had his crazy curls.
Yeah, and his
That
curls
was
were
his look.
kind of flattening out, and he's looking like a straw man, just kind of sticking out a bit like that. So we had to fix him up. He was happy about it. He liked his haircut, but he said something about how he couldn't shake his hair out anymore for Mom, because Mom liked when he shook his hair out.
I would always ask him, "Wow, your hair looks so nice. How do you get it so good?" And he would just shake, and then stop, and it would look really good. So
I think he was in some of the videos when we asked him that, so
might have been.
it's really cute. But the time for that may be done now, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it grows out. I know sometimes once you cut a kid's hair, it kind of straightens out, but sometimes they got like baby curls that are there for a while if you let them be. So we'll see. But I came home late last night. He was sleeping in the bed, and I looked and I saw him, and it looked like, Monster Truck. I just cut his hair up a little bit ago, but smaller. And I looked and I said, "Is that Bugger?" And Mama says, "Yep." And I thought, wow, look at this guy. Just look at him. You almost got a bald head almost, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was one thing. And can you tell me what the other thing that happened while I was gone? Mm-hmm. What did Belle-Pepper start doing?
Doing jaw harp.
No, not the jaw harp. What did Belle-Pepper, your little baby sister, start doing? Little Lids, what did she start doing?
I don't know.
You don't know what she was doing in the bathroom?
Poop.
Poop! Where, on the floor?
No.
No?
In a little potty.
In a little potty.
Mm-hmm.
So, how old is Belle-Pepper?
G.
Is she just one?
Yeah.
She's just one. And one of the cool things about our family is that for the most part, we never really had to potty train our children. For the most part, they just all decided at some point, and usually some point early. Like here we have a 1-year-old, she'll be 2 in March. But she just started deciding it's time to use the potty. So she started hopping on the big one, right? Mm-hmm. And what would she do?
He make pee.
Yeah, make pee or make poo. And then she even started telling Mom. Do you know how she tells Mom she needs to use the bathroom? Mm-hmm. What does she do?
Yeah, this.
No, well, doesn't she do something with her hand like this? Mm-hmm. A little sign? Mm-hmm. So, bathroom like that. And then Mom helps take her. And the big potty was kind of hard for her, right? Because it was so big. Mm-hmm. So what did Mama do?
Lift her up.
Lift her up, and then she got her what kind of potty?
Tiny potty.
A tiny potty. Did you used to use that tiny potty? Mm-hmm. But what one do you use now?
Big one.
A big one, because you're a...
Big guy.
He's a big guy. You tell Mom I'm a big guy?
Big guy.
Who's a big guy?
Me.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. We'll have to talk to her. Should I go find Belle-Pepper and talk to her? Mm-hmm. All right. You want to send her? Mm-hmm. Mama, you can come sit by me. Yeah, that's you on the camera. Do you say hi? You wave? Wave big? No, wave. Like this. And how old are you? You say 1. Can you hold up one finger? 1. So, I leave for a couple days. And this one decides to do what? Did you start going poop and pee on the potty? She started going poop and pee on the potty. How'd that work out, Mama?
To try to remember how this happened. I can't quite remember how she... do you remember how she started?
I think she just...
Her story?
Oh!
I went to an appointment and our babysitter said that she was using the potty that day and she had hopped on the big kid potty and gone potty on there. And so the rest of the day she just continued to go potty and then wake up in the morning and she already went potty and the little potty, and she's just all about the potty now.
This was my first morning home since she really started this, but same thing. She wakes up over here, she crawls in my bed, says good morning, that type of stuff, and then she said she had to go potty. How do you say you have to go potty?
Can you use your hand with
You
these?
use your hand?
Say potty.
Yeah, so she lets mom know.
And then she does make a little concerned face too when she says potty. She does the little sign, then she just.
You do concerned face?
You have to go potty. Right, cuteness?
So you don't go in your diaper, you go in the potty, huh? The big one and the little one. High five? Yeah, baby.
So now we have 2 little buggers using the potty, which we weren't expecting this little Belle to be using the potty anytime soon. She's only 20 months old.
20 months old.
A little ahead of schedule here.
I was mentioning that it seems they just kind of decide at some point, usually early on, they're going to use the potty, and we don't even really have to train them mostly, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mama.
The girls.
Mama.
Yeah, the
How about
girls.
Papa? Papa.
Baba.
Yeah.
We did the boys for potty training, and they didn't take very long to catch on either. It was like a week, and they were potty trained.
Hold on, stay back, baby. I don't want you to knock over the camera.
So it's a little extra busy with 2 on the potty. You gotta watch the bigger one, and then
Because you don't really do all the wiping, do you?
we gotta help the little one a little bit more. So, but Bugger, he says he's a bigger boy, so he can wipe all by himself now, and yeah, but he still needs assistance. But he likes to try to do it all by himself.
That's right.
So, but they're both going in the right direction.
So that was another cool progress step, and especially while I was gone, I did kind of the recap video from like life in 2016, 2017, and looking at some of the bigger children when they were little. And then you come home and all of a sudden your little kids are even bigger, but you got to get ready to be a big sister, right? Where is the baby?
Baba.
Yeah?
Baba.
They're right over there.
Miss Billy.
Yeah, and I guess we're probably going to see if we can do live streams from home, FYI. And maybe do a live gender reveal next week, live stream. You want to do that? Let everyone know what the baby is? See, I can ask her that without fear of her saying something. Because you don't say like boy and girl. You say mama. And you say papa.
Mama.
Mama, papa.
Mama.
Papa.
Mama.
Papa. 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 You say papa.
Mama.
Papa. Papa. It was funny what one was it? Monster Truck when he was littler?
Truck, yep.
I would tell him, yo soy tu papa. And he would go, no, one papa. And I'd say, yo soy tu papa. He'd say, no, one papa. Do you want to say goodbye for them? Tell them bye-bye. Tell them see you next time. Tell them like and subscribe. What else do you want to tell them? You want to show them how you jump on the bed? Whoa, because she gets to practice on the trampoline. Oh, baby. Whoa, you do somersault too? Ready? Yeah! Oh yeah, boink. Woohoo!
Hey, pretty.
There you go, another somersault. Whoa! Do a hoppin'. Whoa, baby! Can you hop for me? Ay. So one other thing that blessed me that I came home to is Mama told me a story about you kids and this is just a small representation of the children, but what were all of you kids doing?
We were asking her to read the Bible.
And not just read some of it, but to read what?
A few chapters.
A few chapters, more and more. So one thing that happens here is we read the Bible daily. We try to, when we wake up every morning, read some chapters out of Scripture. And when we go to bed every night, read some chapters out of Scripture. I'm not sure when I started it the previous time, but we finished up with Revelation last year in early December. So I thought, well, why don't we just kind of read through some other things that we want to check out for the rest of the year, and then try to read through the entire Bible together as a family this calendar year of 2020. If you read about 3.5 chapters a day, you can get it done. So even if you read 2 chapters every morning, 2 chapters every night, you'd read through the entire Bible in a year, less than a year. Because I wound up doing a lot of overnighters for work. It's messed that up quite a bit, where right now we're only in mid-John. Almost at the end of Matthew. Almost at the end of Matthew right now. We're past the halfway point anyway. But, even if we don't read the whole thing this year, to read from Genesis to Matthew so far this year is really good. And we want our children to be exposed to God's Word, to have a familiarity with it and stuff like that. So when I'm gone, Mama will usually read some Psalms or the Proverbs for the day.
And Genesis at night or Psalms.
Yeah, they've been reading through some Genesis lately. So Mom was mentioning that she was reading to the kids, but they kept asking for more and more because
we miss you reading more chapters. Me. Yeah, because he reads a lot of chapters.
Yeah, it's not uncommon to sit down for 5 or 6 chapters in a setting. We still might try to finish the whole thing this year. We'll see. But that was just something I heard, while I was gone. The kids were not only, making sure that Mom was reading to them daily out of the Bible, but they were asking for more and more chapters because that's what they're used to. So what are we going to go do right now?
Read the Bible.
Read the Bible. So that was really cool. So anyway, just a little update on kind of where we're at, what's going on. Some special things happening while I'm gone. Mama obviously taking good care of the family in my absence. And like I said, I chose to spend a little more time gone to be able to take a couple weeks off here. Be here for the birth, the delivery, the next child showing up. All that type of stuff. You want to come up in here, don't you? Come on up. And be around for that. Isn't that going to be exciting? You want the new baby? And she's been practicing with little babies as well. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Papa out. Wave bye-bye. Wave bye-bye. Tell him bye-bye. Bye-bye. There you go.